Guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy Simon down here at Burford Golf Club, and thank you for the support on the last video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And we're going to be talking not about the 2019 drivers, but the 2018 drivers, the ones that 2 months ago were full price, brand new, you were loving it, all of a sudden they're redundant. The new ones have now come out. What's the point of even looking at them? Well, the point is that they're going to be a lot cheaper. And they're going to be a lot cheaper in your local pro shops because the majority, just like ourselves, will have a ton of pre-book. And basically that means that if you're a club fitter, you have to get a certain amount of hardware in to even be a club fitter, to even have the shafts and the heads and everything that comes with it. And very rarely you ever fit someone for standard because that's just not human nature. Someone doesn't want to be fitted into standard. That being said, still high quality equipment with good shafts that you're going to get a decent price now, to the point that you're going to be saving a lot of money. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be cheap, but we're still saving a good percentage, and this is going to be able to be done at your local pro shop because they'd be silly not to get rid of it, as well as online sellers, eBay. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you, as I am very much someone that's always looking at secondhand clubs, to a point that I can even make money buying and selling online, as long as you know what you're looking for and getting the right deals, to the point that you can now go and buy potentially a nice new driver, fraction of the cost, play with it next year, and probably lose about 60 quid in terms of then selling it at the end of the year. If you're smart, you can definitely do that, and you're not necessarily going to be that behind the trend of the really expensive drivers that come out at 450 plus. Guys, if you like the video, leave it a like. Subscribe if you're new, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. Boom, swivel chair is back. So, let's get into the video. Firstly, G410. I got asked in my last video, how do you know there's a G410 coming out from Ping? Well, here's actually a picture. It's probably the first video on YouTube that's showing a picture of it, so I'll show you that now. And guys, let me know what you think. I personally think it actually looks really good. But that's as much as I can tell. It's a picture, who knows? So, what I'm going to do, top 3 drivers that you can now get in January sales, or your local pro shop or online, a great deal. And I'll give you an estimate of what you probably should be paying for them, like good condition or second hand. Never negate the second-hand market. Second-hand market's great. That's where you're going to make the most amount of savings. Just try not to get ones with sky marks. That's where the clubs really do devalue. If you don't mind sky marks, then you're going to get a great deal. Personally, my OCD couldn't deal with that. But top 3 drivers. One for your low handicapper, basically the guy that can hit a long ball. 2 for your average to beginner all-rounder, and 3, best value. What you can pick up for value for money. So that's how I'm going to number it. So number 1 for me as a club fitter, and seeing it perform against everything else this year, all-rounder has to be Ping G400. Now the reason I say this with bated breath is because you're not going to save that much money, because the G410 in terms of the picture has just been released. Therefore people haven't panicked about the G400 yet. So you will see discount more going forward on that club. But at the moment, you could probably get one on eBay for about 250 to 270. Bearing in mind eBay, don't be worried when it says pre-owned, because a lot of these are brand new driver heads. Pro shops, people have to put it as pre-owned because they can't put it as brand new. You have to be a certain amount, thousands a year, to put brand new, like your American Golf or your Clubhouse Golf. You can't do it as a small retailer. So the way the loophole is, you go pre-owned, been hit once. If it says that, it's pretty much brand new. I'll give you a couple of examples of this G400 up now. That being said, you can probably go in your pro shop again, get a decent deal on the G400, try it, test it, hit it, and yeah, quality all-round driver, performs so well, great for that lower handicapper, slow swing speed, gets it up in the air, high launch, great. Now the G400 Max will get replaced, I believe, in July, so you're not going to get a reduction on that. But your normal SFT G400 head, go and get yourself one. It's a great driver. it's still quite expensive, 250, but I imagine the brand new G410 is going to be about 400, so you're saving yourself 150 quid. Now, next up, from Callaway, and you're thinking, Simon, the Rogue? No. Your low handicap driver from 2018, because it was still current, I know it came out in 2017, but still current for 2018, was the Great Big Bertha. Not the Flash, just the Standard. And this thing, said in my last video, unbelievable, and the price you can get this thing for now, which I'll show you some images, the online stores are still selling it for quite a lot of money, 300 notes, but I've seen quite a few on eBay, or your pro shop might have a few still lying about, for about 200 quid, which literally is a bargain for this thing. I've never seen anything perform better than it. Low spinning, high launching, animal, unforgiving as hell. If you don't hit this thing well, it's going to go a mile offline. But if you want to have that big hitting driver in the bag that looks good, because I think it looks better than the Rogue, for 200 quid or 220 quid or whatever, you're going to get pretty much an untarnished Callaway Epic driver, minus the Flash, but the Flash will cost you probably another 200 quid or so. And number 3, my value choice out of all of them, even though it was the lowest price, which is probably the reason why it was the lowest price when it first came out, is the Cobra F8. And value for money, I saw in the comment section of my last video, a few of you got the F8, you're happy with it, as well as people thinking about the F9. Don't discount having the F9 or F8. Again, I haven't hit the F9, don't know the science behind it, can't imagine it's going to increase the ball speed by 8 miles an hour more, which would probably be worth having that kind of, maybe, no, it's still done. But yeah, the F8, solid driver, again, you're getting it for around £200. £220, and that's brand new. Online stores are knocking them out at that, so second hand you could probably get yourself an F8 for 180, 160, saving that Christmas money and getting yourself a decent driver with the Connect in the top of the handle. The reason I like Cobra is because they're adding value to their clubs. They're not changing the paint each year, they're coming up with new ideas, new faces, like their milled face for example, doesn't make a single difference, but they're trying. And that's what I like about Cobra. They've got the Connect system in the irons and the heads. Will it save you shots on the round? Probably not. Is it a nice thing to have? Yes. And they're coming up. And one year, I do feel they're going to come out with something that's a game changer. That all of us will probably think, oh, why have we not had this for years? And I'd like to see that from them. I think they haven't got the tour bills as the other big guys, but they're producing decent equipment, decent value of money. So Cobra F8, I think, in the January sales, is one of the best value clubs to go and get. So guys, there you have it. There's my quick video on my top 3 drivers that you could potentially get for a decent amount of money, even though they've only been made redundant. Well, they're not even redundant yet, but getting in early anyway. So you can at least try them, test them in quite a lot of places. As I say, there's going to be a lot of these clubs lying about at the moment, because I always recommend you at least hit it on a launch monitor or just in a net or just something, just for the sound and feel. That's a big thing when it comes down to golf clubs. You've got to like the look and sound and feel confident standing over it rather than just buying it offline and winging it. Yeah, it's probably cheap online. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching the video. I will catch you guys later.